Hello everybody, welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. So this probably is not going to be the most joyful video. I've actually put off trying to make it, but I had some stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about. A lot of you know that I got really bad sick about a month ago, so I kind of wanted to take this time to kind of discuss with you guys what happened to me, what's currently happening to me because of that, and how it's going to affect the channel. Now, I want to lead off by saying thank you to all you guys. I got tons of messages, tons of comments on Facebook, Instagram. Even some of you even sent me emails, when I was sick, and I want to say thank you for that, guys. You guys didn't have to do that, but it did help. It helped me feel a little bit better. I also want to say that, guys, COVID affects everybody differently. So I'm not telling you guys what you should do, what you shouldn't do. As far as, things like basically I'm saying I don't want to get in a big debate on this. As far as vaccines, stuff like that. What you guys do with your bodies, it should be your decision, okay? So I don't want anything that I say in this video, I don't want it to be misconstrued as me trying to guide you into doing or not doing something. All right, I just want to put that out there. And like I said, COVID affects everybody differently. Some people it hits really hard. Some people don't even know they have it. And some people don't make it through it. So I myself, having been one of those who got really, really sick, I feel fortunate that I'm still here to make this video. So I'm just going to go ahead. I want to talk about kind of what happened to me, okay? So here's the deal, guys. The last you heard from me in a video was over a month ago, and we were installing the 1500 horsepower fuel system in the Chaos Theory Camaro back here. And right at the end of the video, I told you guys, we were going to take the car to the track this weekend on ethanol E85 for the first time and turn it up, have a good time, right? Wrong. So what ended up happening is 2 days after I made that video, I started feeling really sick. I didn't feel like me. And I'm telling you guys this for those of you who haven't experienced it and may experience it in the future. This is how it affected me. Okay. So, probably 2 days after I made that video, I just started feeling like not me. I mean, I felt like I was really low energy. I had no energy, as a matter of fact, but I didn't really feel sick. I just felt off, like my head wasn't right. Not that it is anyway, but you get the point. So that was on a Thursday, and my plan, I'd already talked to Uncle Ray. The plan was we were going to go get some E85 in this thing, and we were going to take it to the track the next day, Friday. Well, about 1 o'clock in the morning, technically Friday morning, I guess you could say, I woke up and I was just in a pool of sweat. I checked my temperature at that point, and it was 102 degrees. So I took some Tylenol, I think it was, and I tried to go back to sleep. I couldn't go back to sleep, guys. I was up for hours, and finally we waited till a clinic opened, and that was about 8 o'clock the next morning. I had been awake 8 o'clock Friday morning. I had been awake that whole time, so for like 7 hours, running a fever and sick. Went to the clinic, and I got tested, and because my wife was sleeping right next to me, of course, she got tested. Now, I want to say this. I have not had the vaccine, okay? I didn't get the vaccine. My wife and both of the children that live with us, they both had the vaccine, okay? We all ended up sick, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But anyway, my wife and I both got tested. She wasn't feeling too great either, but she wasn't running a fever yet. But she ended up coming up positive for it too. Now, here's the kicker, guys. And this is where I'm saying I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do to get the vaccine or not. But yes, we all got sick. I didn't have the vaccine. The wife did. She got sick. My son did. He got sick. My youngest daughter did. She did not get sick. She was the only one in the house that didn't get sick. But my son, he was over it in 2 days. My wife, she was over it in 4 days. It hit me exceptionally hard. Now, whether it was because I didn't have the vaccine or it was just something genetic, I don't know. I know with or without it, some people it hits harder than others, but it hit me hard, guys. I was in the bed. I was running a fever over 100 degrees or over 101 degrees for 10 days straight. My fever never let up. It didn't matter how much Tylenol I took or anything. I was straight up delirious, to be honest. Halftime, I didn't even know where I was at. I mean, it was bad. I went to the hospital a couple times to get fluids. This was a symptom right here that not a lot of people get. I was told it was actually very rare, but you guys have all heard that you lose your sense of smell, your sense of taste. Well, I lost my sense of smell and my sense of taste on Friday, the same day I tested positive for it. By Saturday, I had went from not being able to taste anything to everything tasted like rotten meat or rotten garbage, and just instantly turned my stomach and gave me, first it made me throw up. After a couple days, there was no food in my stomach, so I was just dry heaving every time I tried to eat something. That's important because, guys, I lost 32 pounds in 10 days, okay? And a lot of it was probably dehydration, but I didn't eat, hardly anything for those 10 days that I was sick. I couldn't. Nothing would stay down, and it was because, like I said, everything tasted like it was rotten to me. Like I would have welcomed not having a sense of taste because at least I would have been able to eat food, but I couldn't. Even water, and that's part of the reason I got dehydrated. I couldn't drink a lot of water because even water tasted rotten. It was just, I can't really describe it any other way, but everything tasted rotten. So that's kind of what I went through with the COVID, guys. I'm not going to get into graphic details, but it was your classic flu-like symptoms, and yes, there was stuff coming out both ends, but that's as graphic as I'm going to get. But that was the experience I had, and it was kind of what I expected. What I didn't expect is what I'm going through right now. So 10 days later, when my fever finally broke, I thought, okay, this is great. I can go back to work in a day or so, and that's not how things have worked out, guys. Like I said, I tested positive for COVID on the 17th of September. Today is the 26th of October, and I'm currently still out of work, and here's the reason why. So right after my fever broke and everything, I was going to give myself another day or two to feel better, and the company that I work for, they give you like so many days for COVID still, and during that time I was getting paid my full pay rate, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a couple extra days because I still don't feel right. Well, keep in mind, I had not really left the house in 10 days. So the first thing I did was I get in my car and I try to go to the store, to get something. What it was is I figured out that everything tasted bad except for cinnamon foods like Red Hots and Big Red chewing gum. It's going to sound funny, but it's the truth, guys. Anything cinnamon and hot cinnamon like that would break through, and I could actually taste it. So I had this theory in my head that if I just kind of overloaded myself with that stuff, maybe I would get my actual sense of taste back. And it worked after a couple days. But anyway, there's you a trick, guys. Try like hot cinnamon candies and stuff to get your sense of taste back. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but it worked for me. But the problem was I got in the car. I got about the gas station's only a half a mile from my house. I got about a quarter mile down the road, and my head just started spinning. Okay, and I was like, okay, I can't do this. So I had to pull the car over, and I had to wait and get my shit back together. And then I went on. By the time I got to the store, my head was spinning again, and I was like, this isn't safe. So I finally got in. I got what I needed. I had to pull over one more time on the way home, but I made it back home. So I told my wife, I was like, something's wrong with me. When I'm driving in the car, I get dizzy. So I thought maybe it was just a side effect of the dehydration, even though I had just the day before had like 2 bags of fluid pushed through me. I thought maybe I was still dehydrated or something like that. So I was like, I'm just going to give it another day or two. So for the next couple days, I didn't try to drive anywhere. You know, Tracy drove me anywhere I needed to go. But we figured out, even if I was riding in a car, I was still getting dizzy and getting sick if I was looking out the windows. So, like, watching stuff come by makes me dizzy, it makes me sick. So at that point, after a couple of days of that, I realized I had a problem. And that leads me to why it's taken me so long to make this video, is because I wanted to make this video a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to kind of try to figure out what was wrong with me first. So I wasn't just giving you guys an open-ended, you know, hey, I'm screwed up, you know, I'm dizzy, I can't drive anymore, or something like that, you know. So here's what happened, guys. I went to my primary care. My primary care sent me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist because, you know, usually if something's wrong with your balance or you're getting dizzy or something, it's usually your inner ear. The ear, nose, and throat specialist sent me to a hearing and balance research center in Farragut, Tennessee. I went there yesterday and got some news that I really didn't want to hear. So after they ran a battery of tests on me all day yesterday, they came to the conclusion that for whatever reason, my inner ears are no longer transmitting to my brain. This is the way they explained it to me, guys. So the way balance works with your brain is it uses three different senses. You've got three different inputs for balance. You've got your inner ear, which a lot of people know about. You've got your visual, you know, your eyes, and then you've got your muscles and joints. So your brain uses what it's receiving from your muscles and joints, from your eyes, and from your inner ear, you know, to help you balance and well, just kind of maintain your balance. Well, the problem I've got now is, for whatever reason, and they have not explained this to me yet, I think they're still trying to figure it out. For whatever reason, my inner ear has stopped relaying data or whatever to my brain. So currently, my brain is just working with the input from my eyes and from my muscles. And the problem with that is, sporadically, it will receive input from my ears, from my inner ear, and that's what causes the dizziness, because the input it's getting from my inner ear is not correct, and my brain kind of goes into a I don't know what's going on type situation, and that's when I get dizzy and start feeling nauseous. And that's not good, guys, because that's kind of why I'm out of work on medical leave right now. My job is about 30 to 40% driving. I do a lot of driving on my job, so obviously, if I can't drive more than a half a mile without getting dizzy and feeling like I'm going to throw up, I can't effectively do my job. And here's the real big kicker. I talked to him about this yesterday. I was like, okay, well, I've got this YouTube channel and I race cars, I build cars, and what do you think about that? Because in my mind, I'm trying to logic this out, and I'm like, well, it takes me, a quarter-ish mile or so before I start really getting sick. So I'm like, if I'm only racing an eighth mile, I should be okay, right? Well, the way they explained it to me is they feel like it would be a dangerous situation for me to try to race a car, that anything that accelerates quickly is going to throw my senses off even more. And, I could be in a situation where it could cause me to black out. Which obviously wouldn't be good. If I was at the racetrack and I blacked out, that would be dangerous, not just for me, but for the guy in the lane next to me or spectators that may be there or anything. So that's the bad news, guys. The bad news is, as of right now, I can't race any of these cars that I've built here on the channel. I really don't know what else to say about that. I'm supposed to start therapy in 2 weeks, and what they're going to try to do for the time being is, I don't know if there's something they can do to get my ears to start working right again. That's something that I still need to discuss with them further, and I actually have an appointment, not tomorrow, but Thursday. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, but This Thursday I have an appointment with the ear, nose, and throat specialist, and he's going to talk to me based on what the Balance Institute or whatever it's called, what they found out. And I'm hoping I can get some more in-depth information about if this is something that can be fixed. But for right now, what they're going to do is they're going to have me do physical therapy twice a week to try to retrain my brain to just work with the input from my eyes and my muscles, and hopefully get me in a situation where I'm confident to drive again and where it's safe for me to drive again. Regular driving. And that's the thing that gets me, guys, is I'm not sure how this is going to affect me as far as, you know, racing a high horsepower car, something like that. And to be honest, it's got me kind of bummed out. Now, I've been trying to figure out a way around this. I mean, obviously, guys, I do more, you know, tech tip type stuff and more building on this channel than I do actual racing anyway. So that doesn't bother me too bad. It's just that if I can't get the results, you know, if I don't get to have fun with the results of all my work, all my hard work, it makes it not so much fun anymore for me. So currently what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out somebody to drive my car. That's the bottom line. I talked to Uncle Ray. I don't think Ray has any desire to go as fast as, well, you know, especially Chaos Theory here. Chaos Theory is freaking fast now. I mean, the truth of the matter is that high six it ran a couple videos ago, that's about as slow as this car is ever going to be again, guys. Like, I mean, it's on E85 now with probably about 6 or 7 more degrees of timing in it, and we can crank the boost up. This car will probably never even go a 7 again. I mean, like, we're looking for 5s now. So I don't think Ray has any desire to go that fast. I've thought about a couple other people. I've thought about my cousin Brad that does my fabrication. The problem with Brad is he's got a lot going on all the time, so I wouldn't be able to just grab him and be like, hey, we need to go to the track. But I'm working it out, guys. You know, it's going to have to be somebody that's reliable and that can do stuff pretty much when I can do stuff. So I'm working on that. But basically what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be doing, a lot of the videos I'm going to be doing for a while are going to be, you know, what you're used to seeing on the channel anyway, which is me building stuff, adding stuff to the car. I'm probably going to do some tech tip videos. And I'm going to do some videos you guys have actually been asking for, which is where I go over the cars. I'm going to go over the China Vet. I'm going to go over the DR Nova. I'm going to go over Chaos Theory and kind of do like summary videos of what all's been done to the car. I know a lot of you guys like to ask questions about the cars, and you don't want to go back and watch all the videos of, you know, everything I've done. So I'm going to do some summary videos on them, stuff like that. But big thing that's going on right now is my finances are not good because, like I said, I'm on medical leave. I'm on temporary disability right now. And for those of you who don't know, temporary disability only pays 60% of your regular income. So I'm literally right now, I'm living off half of what I normally make. And the bad thing about that is that means I can't really afford to buy a lot of parts for the car. The good news is we already have some stuff. The bad news is we don't have complete stuff. And what I mean by that is, like take our Holley intake, for example. We got this Holley High Ram waiting to go on. I've got all the fuel fittings I think that I need and fuel lines. I just got to make them up. But what I do not have is I do not have a throttle body. I do not have a throttle cable bracket. Now the good news is, you guys know we're sponsored by Max Speeding Rods right now. And I think Max Speeding Rods is going to be willing to send me a throttle body and a cable bracket. So we may be getting this put on in a video real soon. The other thing, some of you who've been paying attention to the social media, you know, like our Facebook or Instagram, know that we got a trick chassis rear end, and we went with some big 35 spline strange axles. I just happen to have this one laying here because I was checking out the studs to make sure they'd fit in my wheels and everything. I went up to 1/2-inch studs. But anyway, so we've got the housing, we've got the axles. The center section is actually coming. I ordered it a couple weeks ago, haven't gotten it yet. But the problem is we don't have brakes, guys. So even the bottom of the line brakes are going to cost me about $400 for that 9-inch. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get brakes. Obviously, I can't put the rear end in the car until I do. But I don't know, guys. Point is, I still have plenty of stuff to make content on. I know this video is a bit of a ramble, but I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on because I've not made a video in like a month. Some of you who pay attention to my news feed and stuff like that, you kind of knew what was going on. But I just wanted to let everybody else know what was going on. So, but anyway, all the sad stuff's out of the way. Hopefully this video is encouraging and not discouraging to you guys. I am a little discouraged by my situation with my health right now, but hopefully they can get this figured out and get me fixed. Until then, I'm going to keep making videos. Since I am home right now, I'm not going to work. I'm going to do everything I can to try to start getting out a couple videos a week now. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's where I've been. That's what's wrong with me. And I'm not really sure what else to say, guys. So I'm just going to end this video right here and say, get out in the garage, get something done. And I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.